Hey guys, let me tell you about a soldier boy named Sergei, the youngest of the family. Look, Mama, I can do it! He exclaims moments before the disaster strikes. As Sergei wakes from his nightmare, confusion and fear grip him. Mama! He calls out, hoping for her comforting presence, but reality crashes in with a knock on the door, bringing news of unspeakable loss. Your mother and brother, they are gone. The neighbor woman whispers, her voice heavy with sorrow. With the world crumbling around him, Sergei's only instinct is to wait for his mother. But the arrival of soldiers forces him into a desperate flight for survival. Alone and afraid, he faces dangers in a torn-up world. In the forest, Sergei deals with not just nature but also enemy soldiers. He holds into the little things like finding food and safe spots. But here is the twist. Sergei is brave all the way through. He shows that even when things are tough, people can be strong. And that's the big lesson of Soldier Boy. The little kid starts crying out for his mom, feeling lost in the jungle. That night, he is all alone, scared. Next morning, he spots some soldiers heading his way. Sergei, knowing they are bad news, hides in tree roots, shaking like a leaf when a snake slithers by. But get this, Sergei is more afraid of the soldiers than the snake. They chow down by the river, then scram, leaving behind scraps. Sergei snacks the leftover for dinner, but he is starving and exhausted. He has been wandering for days with no food or rest. He munches on wild berries, but then, boom, an explosion rocks him. Dizzy and seeing things, he tries to stand tall, saying he is armed, but he collapses. Later, two soldiers find him, and boom, we are at the Russian army base. Commander Kuznetsov waiting, worried about his patrol. When they roll in with the injured kid, everyone's hearts melt. The soldier bonds with Sergei, laughing and fussing over him. Even the tough commander is taken by the kid's spirit. A nurse named Katya patches him up, charmed by his request to draw a tank on his wounds. Sergei is so into being a soldier, he even chats up with Commander about guns. But there is a snag. The commander wants to send Sergei to an orphanage for safety. The soldiers protest, saying the kid's their ray of sunshine in darkness of war. They beg the commander to let him stay. Then boom again, enemies attack. Soldiers get hurt and the commander is forced to send Sergei away. But just as he is about to leave, the kid hugs him tight, saying he is scared for the commander's safety. That's the game changer. The commander decides Sergei is staying, but not just as a kid, he is their son. The soldiers are over the moon finding tiny soldier clothes for him. The commander hands them over, and Sergei is off, running around like a real soldier. From then on, he is known as their little soldier boy. When the Germans attack, the soldiers hustle Sergei to safety. With more soldiers getting hurt, Sergei wants to help. He tries reading letters to the injured, but ends up making up stories, bringing smiles to their faces. Meanwhile, sparks fly between Katya and the commander, but they keep mum about their feelings. Sergei starts calling himself an orderly, learning the ropes from soldier. He even gets a mission to deliver letters, and boy, does he do it with style. Later, he spots spies lurking nearby, leading to their capture and cheers from the soldiers. Then big news. The commander officially adopts Sergei. To repay the favor, Sergei tries playing matchmaker for the commander and Katya, but things get awkward when they misunderstand each other. When the Germans attack again, Sergei steps up, even fixing a broken phone line to call for reinforcements. Talk about a hero. Finally, the commander spills the beans to Katya about his feelings, but duty calls and they have to leave for new base. On that way, tragedy strikes when they hit a minefield. The commander is hurt and Sergei loses his close buddy. It's tears and hugs as they face yet another tough moment together. They press on to the new base, carrying their wounded comrades with them. At the new spot, they meet the big boss, the general, who is mighty impressed by Sergei's guts and brains. The whole gang gets honored with a God's banner and Sergei is right there with them, promising to defend his country. But trouble isn't far behind. One night, the base gets hammered and the commander gets stuck under rubble. Sergei rallies the troop and they rescue him just in time. From then on, Sergei is part of the crew. He's like a family, sticking with them through thick and thin, wherever the war takes them. And that's how Legend of the World's Youngest Soldier is born, spreading far and wide, from Stalingrad to Poland and beyond. And hey, if you like this tale, hit subscribe for more, turn on notifications, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in.